Hello everyone, this is Afzalur Rahman. In our today's class, we are going to discuss about the topic nucleic acids. So, these nucleic acids are another important class of biomolecules. Okay, or you can say that these are called biopolymers. Means the polymers that are present in living system. Okay, so this nucleic acids can also be called as polynucleotide. Polynucleotide because in this the repeating structural unit is a nucleotide. Okay, so this nucleic acids can be called as polynucleotide. Okay, why they are called polynucleotide? Because in this polynucleotide or in this nucleic acids, the repeating structural unit is a nucleotide. Okay, nucleotide. Okay, so means this nucleic acid, a large number of these nucleic acids they combine, so they give rise to polynucleotide, and this polynucleotide is nothing but nucleic acid. Okay, now in the structure of this nucleic acids, these nucleotides are linked with a bond or with a linkage. This linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. This linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. Okay, so here you see now. Before studying this phosphodiester linkage, first of all we will study about this nucleotide. What are these nucleotides? Okay, this nucleotide consists of three components. Okay, or three molecules. Okay, what are these three molecules? This nucleotide consists of three molecules. There is one is a sugar molecule, a pentose sugar. Okay, a heterocyclic nitrogenous base, a heterocyclic nitrogenous base, okay, and one phosphate or phosphoric group. Okay, phosphoric acid group. So one phosphate group. Okay, so these three molecules or three components combiningly they are called nucleotide. Okay, they are called nucleotide, and this large number of nucleotide molecules combine and they give rise to nucleic acid. Okay, now if we represent this nucleic acid, how it can be represented? Here you see it consists of three components. One is sugar. Okay, another one is heterocyclic nitrogenous base, another one is phosphate group. Okay, so here we have this base, here we have sugar, and another one is phosphate. Okay, so how this phosphate group can be written? So here we have O bond P double bond O bond O OH bond OH. Okay, so this is a nucleotide unit. This is a nucleotide, a representation of nucleotide. Okay, so when this a large number of these nucleotide molecules they will combine and they will give rise to this nucleic acid. Okay, so if this is the representation of nucleotide, then what will be the representation of nucleic acid? So the representation of this nucleic acid can be represented as, here you see, representation of nucleic acid. Here we have base, heterocyclic nitrogenous base. Here we will have sugar, one pentose sugar molecule, and here we have phosphate group, O bond P double bond O bond O bond OH. Okay, so this is one nucleotide, so it will be linked with another nucleotide. So here we will have sugar, here we have base, and here we have phosphate. O bond P double bond O bond O bond OH. Okay, so here this sugar will be linked with another nucleotide unit. This oxygen will be linked with some other nucleotide units. Okay, so this nucleic acid can be represented like this. Okay, so here a large number of this nucleotide units will combine and then they will give rise to nucleic acid. Okay, and in this nucleic acid, these nucleotide molecules are combined or linked with a bond or with a linkage, and this linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. Phosphodiester linkage. Okay, here you see this linkage. Okay, this linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. Phosphodiester linkage. Okay, if you draw the exact structure, okay, then you will see the exact representation of this phosphodiester bond. Okay, so this linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. Phosphodiester bond or phosphodiester linkage. Okay, so this is the representation of nucleic acid. Okay, now if we draw the exact structure, okay, exact structure of this nucleic acid, okay, now, or if you want to see the exact exact representation of this phosphodiester bond, okay, so with the help of one example we are going to discuss this. Okay, so let us draw the structure of one nucleotide. Okay, so this nucleotide consists of three components. One is one pentose sugar. Here suppose we have this pentose sugar in the furanose form. This molecule is like furan molecule. Okay, here we have hydrogen, and here we will have one nitrogenous base. Okay, so nitrogenous base, here we have pentose sugar, and here we will have one phosphate group. Okay, so here this phosphate group is CH2 bond O, bond P double bond O, bond OH, bond O minus. Okay, so here so here we have OH. Okay, so this is one nucleotide. Okay, now I am going to write the structure of another nucleotide. Okay, so here you see you will have oxygen, another pentose sugar. Okay, so here we have nitrogenous base, here we have OH bond H, here we have CH2 bond O, bond P, bond OH, what I am getting here, CH2 bond O, bond P, bond OH, bond O minus. Okay, so this is another nucleotide. Okay, so when these two nucleotides will combine, okay, there will be release of H2 molecule. As a result, these two nucleotide molecules will combine. Okay, so here you see here from this OH, from this first unit one OH, and from the second unit from one H2 molecule. So H2 molecule will be removed. Okay, so these two molecules will combine. So as a result, the resultant structure will be, there will be release of H2 molecule. So the resultant structure is, we have OH bond P double bond O, bond O minus, bond O, bond CH2, bond H. Okay, and here you have was pentose sugar unit. Here we have nitrogenous base. And here you see here this H2 molecule will be removed, so we are left with only one bond O. So here we have bond O, bond P. Okay, so here bond, so this is double bond O, bond O, bond CH2. Okay, so this CH2 we can write in the right side also. Here we have CH2, then we have H, and this is linked with another heterocyclic nitrogenous base. Here we have hydrogen. Okay, here we have OH. Okay, so here you see, here this bond is called phosphodiester linkage. This bond is called phosphodiester linkage. Okay, here we have one carbon here. Okay, so carbon bond oxygen, here also we have carbon bond oxygen. Okay, so one ester type bond, another ester type bond. Okay, so two diester bond linked with the phosphate group, linked with the phosphate group. Okay, so this is called phosphodiester linkage. This is called phosphodiester linkage. Okay. Okay, so this is the structural representation of this phosphodiester bond. So this is phosphodiester linkage, phosphodiester linkage. Okay, and this phosphodiester linkage is formed between the third carbon. Okay, 3 dash carbon. This is carbon number 1, carbon number 2, and carbon number 3. Okay, third carbon of one sugar unit and the fifth carbon of another sugar unit. Okay, here you see this is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. This one is 4 and this one is 5. Okay, so third carbon and fifth carbon. Okay, so this phosphodiester linkage is formed between the third carbon of one sugar and the fifth carbon of another sugar molecule. Okay, so this linkage is called phosphodiester linkage. Okay. Now you see, now chemical composition. Now we are going to study about the chemical composition of nucleic acid. Chemical composition of nucleic acid. Though we have already discussed, this nucleic acid consists of 3 components. This consists of 3 components. One is a nitrogenous heterocyclic nitrogenous base. Another one is, so here chemical composition of nucleic acid. Okay, so this nucleic acid consists of 3 components. Okay, now number 1 is a pentose sugar. Number 2, nitrogenous base, and number 3 is phosphoric acid or a phosphate group. Okay, so these molecules combiningly they produce nucleic acid. Okay, now what are the sugars that are present in nucleic acid? Okay, so the next topic is sugars present in nucleic acid. Can you see? Sugars present in nucleic acid. Okay. So in this nucleic acid, 2 types of sugars are there. Okay, 2 types of sugar. They are found in this nucleic acid. Okay, what are they? So one is ribose, another one is deoxyribose. Okay, 2 types of sugar. They are in the furanose form. Okay, so they are ribose and deoxyribose. Okay, so this ribose is found in RNA, ribonucleic acid, and deoxyribose this is found in DNA. Okay, now what is the structure of this ribose? The structure of this ribose is like, here you see, this is the structure of this ribose. Here we have OH, bond H, bond OH, bond OH, H, bond H, CH2, OH. Okay, so this is ribose. This is the structure of ribose, or you can say beta D ribose. Okay, and what is the structure of deoxyribose? Okay, here you see the structure of this deoxyribose will be, here will be oxygen, heterocyclic ring. Okay, here will be hydrogen, OH. Okay, so in place of this OH there will be one hydrogen. There will be one hydrogen. Okay, in both the places we have hydrogen. Okay, so here we have OH, hydrogen H, and CH2 OH. Okay, deoxyribose means one oxygen will be removed. Okay, one oxygen will be less here. Okay, so this is deoxyribose, or you can say the beta 2 deoxyribose. So this is the structure of ribose and this is the structure of deoxyribose. Now next we are going to study about the bases present in nucleic acid. Okay, bases present in nucleic acid. Okay, next you see bases present in nucleic acid. Okay, so complete hydrolysis of this nucleic acid, complete hydrolysis of this nucleic acid or complete hydrolysis of this DNA or RNA, it gives two types of bases. One is purines, another one is pyrimidines. Okay, so bases present in nucleic acid. Okay, so two types of bases, okay, that are found in this nucleic acid. Okay, what are these two types? Number one is purines, and another one is pyrimidines. Number two is pyrimidines. One is purines, another one is pyrimidines. Okay, so these purines are heterobicyclic ring. These purines are heterobicyclic ring, but these pyrimidines are heteromonocyclic ring. Okay, so in this purine we have two different important purines. We have this adenine and guanine. Okay, and this pyrimidine includes three different types of pyrimidines. Okay, one is uracil, another one is thymine, and last one is cytosine. Okay, this uracil, this is present in RNA, this thymine, this is present in DNA. Okay, this is present in DNA, and this cytosine, this occurs both in DNA and RNA. This cytosine, this occurs both in DNA and RNA. Okay. Okay, so now we are going to study about nucleosides and nucleotides. Next we are going to study about nucleosides and nucleotides. Okay, next here we have nucleosides and nucleotides. Okay, nucleosides and nucleotides. These nucleosides consist of two components. Okay, there is a sugar plus base. Okay, so equal to nucleoside. When a sugar unit and a base, they combine, they will give rise to nucleoside. Okay, now if this sugar is ribose sugar, then it will be called as ribonucleoside. Then it will be called as ribonucleoside. Okay, and if the sugar is deoxyribose, okay na, if the sugar is ribose sugar, then it will be called as ribonucleoside, and if the sugar is deoxyribose, then it will be called as deoxyribonucleoside. It will be called as deoxyribonucleoside. Okay, so this is nucleoside. Now next, nucleotide. Next one is nucleotide. this nucleotide consists of three components. Okay, what are these three components? Okay, so it will contain one sugar unit, it will contain a base and phosphate group. Okay, so combinedly they will comprise nucleotide. Okay, so combiningly they are called nucleotide. Okay, so in nucleotide we will have three components, one sugar, one base, and another phosphate. Okay, so in another sense we can say that this sugar plus base, this is nothing but nucleoside. Okay, so we can say that this is nucleoside. Okay, so this can be called as nucleoside plus phosphate. Okay, nucleoside plus phosphate is equal to nucleotide. Okay, so here you see, in nucleosides it will contain two components, one sugar and one base. Okay, so this is called nucleoside. Okay, if the sugar is ribose sugar, then it will be called as ribonucleoside. If the sugar is deoxyribose, then it will be called as deoxyribonucleoside. In nucleotide it contains three components, one sugar, one base and one phosphate. Okay, so this is called nucleotide. Now if the sugar is a ribose sugar, then it will be called as ribonucleotide. And if the sugar is a deoxyribose sugar, then it will be called as deoxyribonucleotide. Okay, so this is all about nucleosides and nucleotides. Okay, now we are proceeding towards DNA and RNA. Okay, DNA and RNA, you have already studied about this DNA and RNA in your previous classes, or you have studied in your biology classes about this DNA and RNA, and this is nucleic acid also you have studied. Okay, so next topic is DNA. Okay, DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, this DNA is a double-stranded helix. Okay, and in this double-stranded helix, it will contain some polynucleotide chain. Okay, so it will contain polynucleotide chain. Okay, and this polynucleotide chain, they will be linked to hydrogen bond. They will be linked through hydrogen bonds. Okay, so they will be linked with hydrogen bonds. So they are double-stranded helix. Okay, and they contain some polynucleotide chain, and these polynucleotide chains, they are coiled or linked through hydrogen bonds. Okay, so what are the bases? That are present in DNA? Okay, the bases that are present in DNA are AG, TC, AGT and C. Okay, AGTC. Okay, means adenine, guanine, thymine and cytosine. Okay, and what the sugar? This sugar is deoxyribose sugar. The sugar will be a deoxyribose sugar unit, and the bases that are present, this adenine, guanine, these are purines, and thymine and cytosine, these are pyrimidines. Okay, so these are the bases that are present in DNA. Now, next we are going to study about RNA. This RNA means ribonucleic acid. RNA means ribonucleic acid. So next is RNA. RNA means ribonucleic acid. Okay, now. So this RNA are single-stranded helix or single stranded polynucleotide chain. Polynucleotide chain, single stranded helix or single stranded polynucleotide chain. Okay, so this RNA there are different types of RNA. Okay, suppose mRNA, rRNA and tRNA. Okay, mRNA means messenger RNA, rRNA means ribosomal RNA, and tRNA means transfer RNA or transferase RNA. Okay, there are different types of RNA here. Okay, now what are the bases that are present in RNA? Ribonucleic acids. Okay, the different bases are AGUC, okay, adenine, guanine, uracil and cytosine. Okay, and what is the sugar? The sugar present is ribose sugar. Sugar is a ribose sugar. Okay, bases are adenine, guanine, uracil and cytosine. These two are purines and these two are pyrimidines. Okay, sugar is a ribose sugar. So this is all about RNA. Okay. Now the next topic is distinguish between DNA and RNA. Distinguish between DNA and RNA. Now the last topic is distinction between DNA and RNA. Distinction between DNA and RNA. Okay, we know there are various differences between this DNA and RNA. Suppose here if we have DNA and here we have RNA. Okay, there is some common difference between this DNA and RNA. Number one is this DNA is a double stranded helix. Okay, double stranded helix, but this RNA is a single stranded polynucleotide chain. Okay, number 2, it contains deoxyribose. It contains deoxyribose and it contains RNA contains ribose. RNA contains ribose sugar. Okay, number 3, it contains thymine. It contains thymine DNA and this contains uracil. It contains uracil. Okay, uracil base. Okay, number 4, it is a unique property of replication. It has a unique property of replication. Okay, these DNA molecules can replicate. Okay, but this RNA usually does not replicate. Okay, this usually does not replicate. Okay, this does not replicate. And the last difference is number 5. This is present. It occurs. This DNA occurs in the nucleus of the cell. DNA occurs in nucleus of the cell. Okay, nucleus of the cell. But this RNA, this occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. RNA occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay, So here the some difference between this DNA and RNA. DNA is a double stranded helix. This RNA is a single stranded polynucleotide chain. Okay. This it contains deoxyribose sugar. It contains ribose sugar. It contains thymine. It contains uracil. RNA contains uracil. Okay. This DNA has a unique property of replication. It can replicate, but this RNA does not replicate. This DNA occurs in nucleus of the cell, but this RNA occurs in the cytoplasm of the cell. Okay. So these are the few basic points of difference between this DNA and RNA. Okay. So with this topic we are going to complete the this nucleic acid topic. Okay. So far now we have discussed about carbohydrates, then proteins, and lastly we have discussed about nucleic acid. Okay. So in this chapter of biomolecules we have successfully completed all the important topics of this chapter biomolecules. Okay. Now we are left with only enzymes and vitamins. Okay. So this enzymes and vitamins, these two topics you will cover. Okay. These two topics are very small topic. Okay. In this in the topic of vitamins, we will have to know the deficiency disease of these vitamins and the important sources of these vitamins, from where they can be obtained. Okay. And in the enzyme topic you will cover this enzyme topic in the chapter surface chemistry. There you will study about these enzymes. Okay. So with this lecture we are going to conclude the chapter biomolecules. Okay. So thank you everyone. We will meet in our next class with a new topic or with a new chapter. Okay. Thank you everyone.